What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HASAN broadcast coming to you live from not so sunny, maybe a little sunny, California, Los Angeles. Folks, we're live at Alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today's a day of celebration, joy, a little bit of hope, a little bit of promise for a better tomorrow. We're going to talk all about all of that. It is Wednesday, also known as Hump Day. I like that this is I like that this is the argument. I own the same sweatshirt as this terrorist. Like, what the fuck does that mean, dude? Like, I didn't even say like, oh wow, it's unbelievable. I was just talking about the fact that this timing is a little bit suspicious, don't you think? The guy literally had an Iranian flag t-shirt and a property of Allah sweatshirt that he was wearing. It's Mike Tyson merch. If we're gonna claim this is an Israeli false flag because the shooter had the same shirt, then I guess Hassan is owned by Israel. Tel Aviv posters like this, I'm glad that they're, you know, still working in the bomb shelters as the fucking Iranian cluster bombs, cluster munitions are peppering their fucking family homes. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they're still working extra hard in the shelter. They post like Nazi Jesus Christ. No, these are the most annoying type of like people who claim to be liberals, but they're not liberals at all. This is literally like, bro, even Reddit, NASDAQ, Omega Libs are saying this is a false flag. No, these are literally people from Israel, okay? This guy is spiritually Israeli. This guy is most likely physically Israeli. This is the most Israeli type of post. Many of them are out there, by the way. Many such cases of Israeli posting exist on the internet, and they like do this thing where they behave like liberals, and you think they're actually liberals, but then they're like always suspiciously Israel first across the board. These are the type of people that would literally kill themselves if they can't get $17 trillion from America every single fucking year for Israel. Like, these are the people who are like, if I don't get like the federal government to do my bidding for one day, I will kill myself. I have a gun in my mouth. I have a gun in my mouth right now. You need to arrest this tax-paying American citizen, CIA, FBI, someone. Tax dollars need to be spent in my direction right now, or I will fucking kill myself. Same person, by the way. Hassan is such a genuine R-word. The war will be over within a week. Iran is powerless to stop the regime from being toppled, and the Persian people will be free once again. Brilliant. Spectacular. Keep tweeting, little buddy. That will bring your salary above the poverty line. This guy is followed by Harley Morenstein. Again, Israeli posters. They're all around, many of which are pedophiles, some of which present themselves as liberals and present themselves as woke in some ways. Some of them post like groypers. The point that they're making here is that, like, hey, don't look at this very obvious like false flag looking incident and question it at all, because if you do that, then I will call you anti-Semitic. Please. Let this false flag go through. Can we have one false flag in the most incompetent FBI, CIA we've ever actually encountered? Can we let one false flag go through, please? What are you doing? Can we foment a little bit of hatred towards the Iranian population a little bit so we can justify our incredibly unpopular war that we're committed to because Israel really wanted us to do that? Hassan, you're being anti-Semitic. Yeah. No, it's exactly. If you look at a situation that just like smells exactly like a false flag and just say, "Come on, man," that's enough to like terror jacket you by being like, "Well, you also own the same shirt. I guess you're also a terrorist, or maybe you're also owned by Israel." It doesn't really matter. Yeah, no, definitely. The Epstein files. Don't talk about them. Don't talk about the Epstein files. You're being anti-Semitic. Can you stop talking about the Epstein files, please? You're being anti-Semitic. Can you stop repeating that Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, said we're going to war for Israel? Can you stop doing that, please? It's really making it harder for me to defend Israel and defend Israel's war that Israel has committed America into engaging in. Excuse me, can we just go back? Can we go back to like 2016 where I could just say anyone that even mentions the existence of Palestinian humans is anti-Semitic and the entire fucking media apparatus would come down on you? Can we go back to that, please? MAGA wants another 9/11 even? You youngsters, wait, what? You youngsters need a 9/11 to bring you back to reality. Iran has been a thorn in our side since the 70s. It's about time someone had the courage to stand up to these American hater thugs. Bro said, I hope a 9/11 happens, dude. The average MAGA bot mentality. I'll be honest with you. Average MAGA bot mentality basically reveals what I have been talking about. Average MAGA bot is like, can we have a 9/11, please, so that we can be more invested in going to war at the behest of Israel? Incredible. Way worse than your take. Yeah, no. This guy says America deserves not one 9/11, but two 9/11s. My man said, America deserves two 9/11s as long as we can defend the Israeli state. Anyway, no need for 9/11. Americans are killing each other more efficiently. No, the 9/11 aspect of this is just to galvanize the American population to be more invested in like doing unlimited bloodshed, unlimited warfare in Iran. For Israel's interest, by the way, and nothing else. Let's be real. There are many different methods and many different ways of dealing with Iran. Diplomacy obviously is one of the most successful ways, and we have actually dealt with Iran through diplomacy in the past, and it has worked. And yet, for some weird reason, we just ran out of diplomacy. We just ran out of diplomacy this time around, guys.
In a few days, in under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace. I hope all the folks watching understand what uncontested airspace and complete control means. It means we will fly all day, all night, day and night, finding, fixing, and finishing the missiles and defense industrial base of the Iranian military, finding and fixing their leaders and their military leaders, flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over their capital, flying over the IRGC, Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day.
This goes hard for every dumb fuck, by the way. Like, like every European tuning into the Asmongold channel is like, oh, yes, this is so good, yeah. Oh, I love this. It feels like I'm calming. It feels like I'm doing it, yeah. Oh, are we killing the people? Oh, it's so good. Meanwhile, enjoy not having fucking gas in the upcoming weeks, dumbass. Oh, you're based! Your base is so based. I love the Americanish genocide. I love it. It's like I'm doing the genocide myself. Meanwhile, I have no autonomy, no sovereignty. Yeah, it's fine. I love being the servile dog of the Americanish state. Oh, please.
Until we decide it's over. And Iran will be able to do nothing about it. B-2s, B-52s, B-1s, Predator drones, fighters, controlling the skies, picking targets. Death and destruction from the sky all day long. We're playing for keeps. Our warfighters have maximum authorities granted personally by the president and yours.
Oh my God. 12-year-olds with fighter jet magazine collections are so stoked about this. No, it's not. It's worse than that. It's like 45-year-olds living in their fucking parents' basement with no job prospects and no positive outcomes for a fucking future that are lucky enough to maintain that shelter for as long as they can until, God forbid, their parental unit experiences a debilitating medical disaster and therefore collapses the family's finances, and he no longer has that shelter anyway and no job prospects. Remember, I need to explain that to you one more time, because guess what? AI is taking over whatever kind of IT position they could have possibly gotten in the fucking future. And they sit around 45 years old, no bitches whatsoever, okay? No job whatsoever, no money whatsoever, and sit in their crusty fucking boxers in between watching the Bungulator or whatever the fuck is called, the burnt peanut stream and the Asmongold stream, flipping in and out, thinking, well, America has a mighty military and they're killing a bunch of brown people overseas, and that makes me feel fucking powerful. Hey, maybe you can join ICE, the fattest Hitler brigade anyone has ever seen. Maybe you can join that. There's been a second awful burnt peanut tattoo. I think these are all AI, by the way. I don't believe that any single human being would do that. Let's watch NEWSOM change dramatically on the issue of Israel.
And others are talking about it appropriately, sort of an apartheid state. They couldn't even, I mean, we're talking about regime change. For 2 years, they haven't even been able to solve the Hamas question in Israel.
Do you think, looking down the road, that the United States should consider maybe, rethinking our military support for Israel?
It breaks my heart because the current leadership in Israel is walking us down that path, where I don't think you have a choice but that consideration. I mean, to say this is in America's interest at a time when affordability is at crisis levels, where you had an administration who literally got elected saying this is exactly the opposite of what they would ever consider doing. The fact that we are in this now regional war, all these proxies, the fact that we, and all the grift and the corruption, that's also marks a huge part of this. And that's a real conversation we need to have, this board of peace. And the peace that the Witkoff family's getting, and the peace that Kushner is getting, and the peace that Trump Jr. is getting.
The tide shift is here. It's not yesterday. It's not tomorrow. It's here right now. Why am I saying this? Because this man, for all of his faults and failures, has ambitions for higher office. He wants to be the president. And if someone is trying to become the president and is putting his ear to the ground and recognizing that fucking tide shift and changing his narrative around this fundamentally important issue, that means that we are winning. He knows how to read a poll, yes, but a lot of Democrats also know how to read a fucking poll, and yet they are still ginormous pussies when it comes to saying what the demands are of the large majorities of the public. I don't trust Gavin Newsom as far as doing anything, and I mean anything that will even hurt Israel's interests, Israel's ambitions. And yet, this clearly unprincipled Newsom is calling Israel an apartheid state that pushes it into war. All that shows is that you guys are dead, says Sammy Gold, responding to Roz Sauber. Newsom is gone full MAMDANI. He says the United States is being pushed by Israel into a position where it may have to reconsider its military support. Oh my God. And now he's echoing the claim that Israel is an apartheid state. The Democratic Party is dead. No, the party that is dead is not the Democratic Party. I mean, the Democratic Party is dying. That's true. But not for this reason, especially if the Democratic Party decides to nut up or shut the fuck up on the issue of Israel. The Democratic Party won't die, and maybe even democracy won't die. Because if we do not rid ourselves of the toxic and unfortunately incredibly pervasive influence of Israel in American politics, both on the domestic front, but also as the driver of our Middle Eastern policy, our foreign policy, we're fucking done. Compare Newsom's action post 10-7 to the pastors. Oh yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about this. When this motherfucker flew to Israel. Bruh. He said, I'm on my way to Israel. I'll be meeting with those impacted by those horrific terrorist attacks and offering California support. Motherfucker said, taxpayer dollars are going to pay for me to go to Israel. I'm going to hug and kiss the apartheid state. Newsom is a socialist now. If anti-Semitic nationalists on the right are aligning with anti-Semitic socialists on the left like Newsom, what does that make them? Bro, Gavin, I know you and I, Big Gav, listen, Big Gavy Gav, I'm talking to you and you only. Everybody else tune out. Everybody else tune out of the broadcast. This is just between me and Big Gav. Gruesome Governor Gavin Newsom. It's just you and me right now, baby. Listen to my voice. You want to make this pivot to the left? You know where to come. Okay? You know where to come.
I'm going to come.
Come to me, Gavin. Come to me. Let's have a conversation. I am sincerely interested in seeing what you're about. You've been my governor for as long as I can remember. I've paid a lot of taxes in this fucking state, okay? I make a good amount of money here. I'm asking you not just as a tax-paying citizen, but as someone who wants to really understand where you're coming from. Now that you are pivoting as a radical visionary, singing the praises of Yahya Sinwar, I need to hear from you. I need to hear from you, Gav. Gavin, come to the broadcast. You just did the Adam Friedland show. Many people call that the Millennial Bill Maher. Come on the Millennial Jon Stewart. Let's have a discussion. You're hanging out with the Pod Johns. I hang out with the Pod Johns. You hang out with Adam Friedland. I hang out with Adam Friedland. You hang out with the Lemonade Stand podcast. I will be hanging out with the Lemonade Stand podcast. I'm just saying, Gav, get on the team, baby. You hang out with Connery's Pants. I hang out with Connery's Pants.